The controversies and crisis leading to the alleged abandonment of the renovation work at the Anthony Inauguration complex started after the inauguration of 12 members out of the 24 for 7th Assembly in 2019. This followed the issuance of a proclamation order by Governor of the state, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, on June 17, 2019, in accordance with the constitutional provisions. The inauguration saw the nomination of the member representing Eastern North East 1 constituency, Francis Okiye, as Speaker.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful.
16 members-elect who were yet to be inaugurated rose up to usurp the assembly authorities.
After the governor caused that letter to be transmitted through the clerk, his job ends there.
As the crisis brewed, a contract to renovate the assembly complex was said to have been awarded and simultaneously been executed. After persuasion of the 16 members to yield a proper inauguration into the House were rebuffed by them, their seats were subsequently declared vacant, while INEC was asked to conduct a by-election within 90 days, also in accordance with laws regulating the conduct of the House. Concerted efforts by several organizations and individuals, including the National Assembly, Presidency, political elites, and civil societies to broker peace amongst the warring parties failed. The House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee also called for the takeover of the complex by the IGP and DSS on July 17, 2019, after all efforts failed. On the 6th of August 2020, just before the Edo 2020 governorship election, the electorate woke up to witness a wide protest at the entrance of the assembly by supporters of both divides. As protests continued, the roofs of the assembly complex was pulled off with arrival of trips of sand and construction gravel for a remodeling of the assembly complex. The renovation of the assembly complex forced the lawmakers to temporarily relocate to the old ESCO chambers in Government House at Osadebe Avenue for seating. However, more than 1 year after, the remodeling of the State House of Assembly complex is yet to commence, while the facility has been totally deserted. To say that it has become a complete shadow of its former self is an understatement. It was also observed that grasses have taken over the entire assembly complex, making it a free haven for rodents and other crawling animals. What's heat is the hallowed chamber, where legislators used to deliberate on issues.
I am standing right at the Hollow Chambers, where legislators used to carry out legislative proceedings during plenary. But as you can see, the place is now a shadow of its former self, owing to the staggering reconstruction work which has spanned for over 1 year.
Some respondents described the abandonment of the complex in the guise of renovation as politically motivated and shameful, noting that an edifice such as that and in the heart of the city shouldn't be in such shambles. They said the lawmakers are supposed to be neutral and independent, hence the need to sit independently at the House of Assembly complex and not in Government House.
Up till now, they have not done anything. I think it's a political, they just state manage the whole thing. In our constituency in Esako, we don't have anybody representing us at present.
It's a shame to see that type of edifice in that dilapidated condition.
If they say they are renovating it, at least they're supposed to have a time factor, which they have to put this in order, then let them come back here. So that the people that they are representing, they should have the impact.
The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Marcos Onobun, however, said claims that the renovation work at the complex have been abandoned is false.
As we speak, the contractor that is being contracted to do that job is carrying out decoupling at his own warehouse. So in a few weeks, I will invite you guys to come and see what we are having there.
Since the Hollow Chambers now obviously has new residents, one can wonder if they can also carry out functions. And will they also imitate the legislative language like the ayes have it? The ayes always have it. Sharon Ajayi reporting.